Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Custer. Here's a look at the stories we are following tonight. New details, police arresting a man in the murder of a Hemlock area woman. The sheriff's office says on Saturday afternoon it responded to a well-being call at a home on Swan Creek Road in Fremont Township, finding the body of 55-year-old Joyce Humpert lying in a ditch alongside the road. Police believe the blunt force injuries that killed her occurred the night before. 30-year-old Justin Humpert was arrested and arraigned on multiple murder charges. Humpert is being held in the Saginaw County Jail without bond. More local news. Allegiant Air announces a major investment at Bishop International Airport in Flint, establishing a base of operations in the city worth millions and creating dozens of high-paying jobs. Today, Allegiant announced a $75 million investment in new airplanes and a crew base at Flint Bishop, which is bringing in dozens of well-paying jobs to the area. Bishop also announced a new direct route with Allegiant to Phoenix, Arizona. And right now there is a special sale that ends tomorrow for low introductory fares for one-way trips from Flint to Arizona. Great Lakes water levels are now below recent years' record high levels, even after wet conditions in late June and July. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers officials expect Great Lakes water levels to remain below 2019 and 2020 levels when many record highs were set across the lakes. From June to July, Lake Superior remained near its June level. Lake Michigan and Huron rose 3 inches, while Erie and Ontario rose 4 inches. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers expects Great Lakes water levels to remain below record high levels, but above average on all lakes except Lake Ontario. And now here's Brian with your forecast.
Thanks very much, David. Heading into the overnight period, we need to be keeping a close eye on the skies, particularly what's been going on over in parts of Wisconsin. We have a growing line of severe thunderstorms barreling through the southern half of the state in association with a warm front and a second area of low pressure that's going to be following in the tracks of the one that rolled through during the first half of our Tuesday. We're going to get some dry conditions to last until about midnight here locally, but then when those storms cross Lake Michigan and move in across the state later on tonight, they will again have the potential to be severe, but a lot really comes down to how well they're able to hold together as they cross Lake Michigan before moving back into the state. But still be prepared for the possibility overnight of some damaging winds, hail, and certainly some torrential rain out of these storms. So if you have a few minutes this evening and you've got some loose objects like patio furniture around your home, make sure you get those secured just so they don't become flying objects during those storms. Severe thunderstorm watches already up to the west of us, and there's the possibility, depending on, again, how well those storms hold together, that we could eventually see ones issued later here tonight. And on the hour-by-hour forecast, let's take you through it here. From 8 o'clock to 11 p.m., we'll just watch that cluster of storms continue to build in from the west. Looks like through 11 p.m. we're dry, but then once we hit midnight, folks along 127 from Houghton Lake to Clare, Mount Pleasant, maybe even a couple of leader cells popping up in toward the Tri-Cities area, and more of them just continuing to funnel east as the overnight period goes on. 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., we start to see a lot of the focus begin to shift into parts of the thumb, but still some heavy downpours, gusty winds trailing back along parts of US 10. By about 5 a.m., consensus has been that these storms will be out of here, but possibly a leftover shower here and there with some lingering cloud coverage, of course. A dry morning commute with mostly cloudy skies in the morning. And then really from there, our Wednesday set to perform just about exactly how Tuesday went off. We start to see mostly cloudy skies in the morning give way to some sunshine around midday. We expect to hang on to that sunshine into early tomorrow evening. Here's 5 o'clock. I'm not going to completely rule out a pop-up shower or thunderstorm just because it will be another hot and humid day into the early part of tomorrow evening. And then heading into tomorrow night, we get a new wave of showers and storms coming in again with a new disturbance across Lake Michigan that will then track their way throughout the region as we head on into Wednesday night and the early morning hours of Thursday. And just like tonight, those storms, too, will have the potential to be severe. The Storm Prediction Center already getting well out ahead of these, issuing a slight risk for severe weather across most of the state. Again, tomorrow night into early Thursday morning. Potential is there for some damaging winds with scattered severe thunderstorms being possible, and heavy rain and hail also a potential issue from those storms. And on top of all of that, too, the storms tonight and or tomorrow expected to be pretty good rain producers. Some of the heavier storms could easily put down an inch or more of rainfall as they track on through later on tonight. 73 the overnight low. Don't expect any heat relief or the humidity anytime soon, with the, again, chance for storms and a few possibly being severe. Sun and clouds, chance for storms primarily later in the evening tomorrow, 87 the high. Morning storms then drying out Thursday afternoon, but staying hot and humid with a high of 89. A few leftover showers early Friday, and then it's smooth sailing from there. High pressure takes over for the weekend and early next week. We get 4 days of mostly sunny skies, pleasantly warm temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s, and more importantly, a big drop in the humidity.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.